my option strat, my way of trading is actually can be quite straightforward in terms of simplicity, for lack of a better word. Why do I say that? You can buy, you can also sell options, right? Within call and within put itself, you can buy call, you can sell call. You can buy put, you can sell put. Now, I don't want to go into the into and confuse everybody about what is the difference between buy put, buy call, sell call. Just myself, I use predominantly two very straightforward strats. I like to be a seller. Why? When I sell, I collect premium. Premium means cash. Cash does wonders because cash feeds my family. Cash goes into my bank account. Cash helps to pay my bill. So it's a very straightforward thing. So with that as the basic premise, I will mostly sell options, and I will sell put or sell call based on what I think is what is my prevailing view of the stock at that point in time. So if I think, if my view of Facebook on the 15th of May is that Facebook share is going to go up, okay, and I think that Facebook share is going to cross 200, right? What I'll do is I will sell put, I'll collect the $3.25 premium multiplied by 100, so that's $325 for every one contract of 100 shares I sell. And I will bet that the price will go up, but I entered at this $160 strike. On 15th of May, if Facebook really hits, let's say, even if it doesn't hit 220, 230, it is still hovering at 175, 177, 180, right? Or let's just say it drops a bit. It drops to 167, but my strike, the strike that I enter is 160. 15th of May, nothing happens to me. I get to keep the $325 that I collected today when I enter into this trade, right? Conversely, if I hold a view that Facebook, for whatever reason, is going to drop the price, the share price is going to drop on come 15 May, okay? Doesn't really matter it's 160 or whatever. I don't have a crystal ball, but I hold the view that it's going to drop. So I will enter into a call. Again, I will sell. Straightforward. I will assess what is my risk in terms of, okay, what is the probability? If you look at this column, what is the probability at this point in time in today that Facebook is going to drop, or Facebook price is going to be at 200 on 15th of May. At the point in time when I enter the trade, if it's about 15% probability, fine. If there's a risk level I can stomach, I'm prepared to stomach, fine. I will enter into this trade, I'll sell call. At this 200 strike, I'll collect a premium of $1.60 plus, right? And on 15th of May, if price of Facebook, the stock price of Facebook really drops to 160, whatever, or even if it's close, let's say 190, it's close, but not touching the strike price that I entered, nothing happens to me, I get to keep my premium. So that is my predominant trading strat for options. I do have other more sophisticated strats, which I use very sparingly because it takes more analysis to go into that. But for this straight sell of put and call, it is more straightforward because I just need to understand what is the stock that I'm looking at. I just need to have a fundamental view of where the stock is going, the price direction, and I make a decision and I decide on what is the kind of trade I want to enter. So back to you, Emin.
And in options, one of the advantages of doing options is you can actually also buy and sell, make money when you are not sure of the direction. But in order not to confuse everybody, today I will just follow this track and talk about directional trade. Okay, so I'm a very visual person. So the way Xiong Yu described, it's a good way, it's a good thinking process when we want to put on a trade. That's definitely something that I go through as well. But I'm more a visual person, so I will actually look at chart and quite honestly, this platform is solid because I actually can trade off the chart. But these are platform stuff that I won't cover. But what I will cover is how I, for example, if I am looking at DIA is the ETF of Dow Jones. If you look at where Dow Jones is today, this is /YM is Dow Jones futures, all right, and it is pretty positive. I think after 8:30 job numbers, I think the futures has decided that the market has decided that we are positive. So today, if I'm going to trade, I will look at this whole chart. This is DIA chart, Dow Jones ETF, and I said, okay, based on this, I think it is going to gap up when markets open at 9:30, right? And based on that, I think today is going to be a interesting day because this is hitting the 50-day moving average and then very shortly the 200 days. And so actually I'm not sure, how this will go, but then I'm quite sure that this is going to meet some major resistance here. So which means that I am more biased that these prices will turn down. And with that, what I will do is I will look for a level in between these two moving averages, okay? And then I will sell an option, a call option, like what Xiong Yu will do at this level. We're looking at maybe 250. But what I will do differently from Xiong Yu is that I will buy a little bit of insurance for myself. So what if the price don't go as I think it will? That means come back down when it hit this level and it go all the way up instead, right? And I don't want to regret only after it hits this line and then chiong all the way up. So what I will do is I will sell my option to collect premium, okay, at 250, but then at somewhere around 250 to 252, 253, or even 255, I will buy back an option so that my risk is limited to that $5. And if let's say I sell the option premium for, let's say in this case, I think it's $2 something, I'm only losing to something instead of losing the full amount. Okay, so what does that mean on a trade basis is that I've already put this out, I will sell, this is -1, I will sell a call option at 250 because I believe in my chart here that 250 is a price that I'm willing to bet against that it will come back down, all right, because we have a strong 50-day moving average here, which is a typical resistance, right? But then I don't want to wait for it to go all the way up to 200. I will then buy back at 253. All right, it can be 255. It depends on some other conditions as well. And what you're seeing here up here, these are called option chains. All right, these are all the options that you can buy. All right, and then is this going to work? What is my payoff? What's my risk reward? This is where then I will go to the analyze tab and I look, right? So this may look a little bit confusing. You just have to focus on the green line. So if I buy an option, sorry, if I sell an option, this is my zero line. On the y-axis is actually my payoff. On the on the x-axis is actually the prices. So you see 230, 240, 250. So if I sell an option at 250, okay, right, I will actually get, based on one contract, I will get the green line, it says here 84, right? All these are 84. I'll get a payoff of 84, right? But if it goes against me, then you see, you look at the negative cursor they're moving, you get, I'll be in negative 177, 176, negative 188, okay? And if I don't buy a protective at 253, it will basically go all the way down, right? So what I do is then I buy a protective at 255, 253, okay? And then this is where I limit my loss. And my loss here, I limit myself is, the loss I limit myself is 416 versus 84. I will divide through the amount I have to hold this, and then I will make a decision whether this is a profitable trade for me. So this is how I will trade my strategy, which is slightly different from what Xiong Yu is doing.